Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, there is a global fight for talent. How do you attract and keep the best employees? Well, you have to perk up. We'll be talking to an employee benefits expert next.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, every day you hear about the labor shortage on the news, and employers are having to really up their game when it comes to employee benefits to keep and attract those next generation employees. To talk about that today, Danny O'Connell. He is with Next Level Insurance Agency. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, well, you and I have known each other for many years, but I have to believe that we're in an unprecedented time for your industry just because employers have to pull out the stops, don't they?
Correct. And as we look at the tightening labor market and all the incentives and stay at home and unemployment, the things that we've seen are employers that never thought they'd have to be in the benefit space are now going there to try to get people to come to work, retain people, and get better quality professionals so that they can continue to grow their organization.
And it's not just the normal stuff like health benefits. They're getting creative, aren't they?
Right, and most people, when they look at their medical spend, they think, oh my gosh, benefits, it's going to be a major expense, but it's not centered necessarily around the health side. It's little things that they're adding on as far as just offering, we're coming through a pandemic here, offering their employees the ability to buy additional life insurance or increase that benefit amount so that they can get people away from large competitors. It's rethinking disability packages. It's rethinking, other fringe type of benefits. We see with the younger generation now, adult orthodontia is probably the #1 desired benefit because it's not having to wear braces anymore. There's so many treatment options. And these things, you don't have to break the bank. Many times it's pennies on the dollar that you can far exceed what your competitors are offering and really help your organization go in a much faster trajectory.
And when employers are interviewing new job candidates, one of the first questions that a Gen Z or a millennial is going to ask is, what are the benefits?
Absolutely. It's funny, we hear it from our clients and potential clients that these younger employees coming out of college have been taught by their parents. They're like, okay, well, ask these questions. Ask about your retirement plan, the 401k plan. What does that look like? Ask about these other things that are now relevant in the workplace because of those questions.
Yes. Well, you're a great leader, and we got some pictures of your happy team, and this impresses me because you're walking your talk, which is attracting and keeping great employees. Let's talk about culture. What kind of culture have you tried to create at your company?
Yeah, I think that's one of the most important things as a leader and a business owner, and I think most companies get that wrong. They think, okay, these are our norms, our rules, our values, and when somebody breaks that, we have to change the rule now. No more jeans on Friday because somebody came in with holes in their jeans. But it's really identifying, is this person going to be a cultural fit? And you don't want to punish the employees who are following it, who belong, who fit in. And one of my favorite books I read was called The Energy Bus, and it kind of goes through that whole scenario. And it's really enlightening about your culture and what you want to have. And, we talked about it. You've heard the saying, see something, say something.
Right.
We're big on see something, do something. Get up, take action, be a leader, and go out and make a difference in the world.
Yeah. Another thing you're passionate about is giving back to the community. We got some shots of your team hard at work at, I guess that's the North Texas Food Bank there.
That's right.
Tell us why it's important as a team building exercise to get out and give back.
I think it's important on a lot of reasons. You have something that you're passionate about. Your wife has something that she's passionate about. I have something I'm passionate about. And everybody has that. And as part of having a culture, that's part of supporting your employees and developing them. It's not just about me. It's not just about our clients. It's also about the people that make the difference in our clients' lives. And we want them to know and feel that they're supported, that they have a voice, that what they care about is important to us and to our organization and our culture.
Yeah.
And just give them that opportunity to get out and support them and what they care about.
And often young employees will choose a company based on what they stand for, something beyond the almighty dollar. So I applaud you for that.
Yeah, thank you. This year we've been hiring some people, and it's great to see them really buy in, and they understand what we're doing and why we're doing and how we're different than where they were before. And you get so much more commitment and passion, and you just get that extra from your people that really makes a difference when we talk about that customer experience, which I know you're big on as well.
Yeah, thank you. And you're also passionate about educating your consumers. On your website, I just saw dozens and dozens of videos. You could spend hours going through all these tip videos. Why is that important to your business?
Yeah, I don't know if it's because I kind of come from a family of educators, and I've taught some college courses myself, but we believe that I only want to learn a lesson one time.
Yes.
Professionally, personally. And so if I can help educate consumers and public and our clients, they're going to have a better experience out in the real world with what they do. And we don't want to sell people things. We want to be out there consulting, letting our business owners know this is what you see in the marketplace. This is what your competitors are doing, and this is where the future trends are going. And we want to plan for that and build that in. So we very much want to let people know we're here today, but in 5 years, this is where we want to be and where we think things are going to be, and how can we manage that. And for me, do people take our suggestions 100% of the time? No, absolutely not. But I feel like they appreciate the fact that we actually bring insight when most people don't.
Yeah. Well, you're a fairly young man. You've been doing this for a long time, and you've got some international accolades, including the $1 Million Roundtable. Explain what that is.
Yeah. So in our world, and we do the employee benefits, and so insurance, financial advisor, those types of things, and there's more associations you probably shake a stick at. And so the $1 Million Roundtable is one that's really based on how effective and what you're doing out with your clients, and they have different levels of that. And so we've been a top of the table member now for over a decade, life and qualifying. And with that, it's just been a great opportunity to speak domestically, internationally, help people with coaching, with leadership, with their practice and thought leadership in our space. And it's been a pleasure for myself to do that and to be able to give back and help other people.
Yeah, well, I remember a few years ago you got me invited to speak in Quebec, and that was a real highlight for me.
Great memory.
Thank you for that. We've only got about a minute left. How does one know when they need a guy like you? I mean, is one benefits company just like the next, or what separates yours from the other guys?
Yeah, good question. So if you're tired of what you pay, and you want to have a little transparency, and you want to have some insight, and you want to have some strategy and a little thought process, if you're tired of the status quo, if you're tired of, well, this is how our group ran, so here's our renewal, that's when you call us. We're very much, we believe in playing offense, and you need strategy. And if you're waiting on your renewal, or you're waiting on a broker, you're waiting for something, you're already behind the 8 ball. And we know that there are things that we can do today to affect change in 6 months and to really add to the bottom line of our employer groups. The thought is, well, I'm going to just go have somebody get me a quote. That's like walking onto a car lot and saying, hey, I don't care what the sticker is. I'll pay a sticker. I don't care about my interest rate, any of that. That's the beginning part. And most people don't know, for most employers, you can negotiate anything. And it's, okay, how do you negotiate? What is your style? What's your process? And that's where we've really been able to excel, I think, compared to the rest of the market.
I can certainly see why you're so successful. We're going to end with your website, which is nextlevel.agency. Danny O'Connell, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, Jeff. Always a pleasure.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.